Right, well, hello and welcome to episode 9 of Let's Play Mass Effect Legendary, Remastered, whatever you want to call it. We're going to the Hot Labs. I actually, full disclaimer, was looking forward to recording some Neo this morning, but yesterday I've done something to my thumb, my left thumb. I've absolutely smashed it to bits, ripped the tendons in it, I think. I've got it all strapped up and there's no way I'll play Neo in the state it's in. I can just about manage to play a bit of Mass Effect. It's painful, but I can do it.
Are you here to secure the situation?
That's right. I'm a Council Spectre. Who are you?
I am Yaroslav Tartakovsky, the Operations Director. I would stand and shake hand, but you must listen to me. If we do not contain our mistake, they will drop bombs from the battle stations. You understand?
I don't understand anything yet. What were you doing here?
Binary Helix found an egg. It was on a derelict ship, thousands of years drifting. This was Rachni's ship. Inside they find many eggs in cryogenic suspension.
They brought it here to wake it up?
Binary Helix planned to clone Rachni, mass-produce them, create an army. But when they get here, they find this egg is not a common Rachni. It is a queen. After she lays eggs, they move her to Rift Station. They are thinking that without her, they can raise the babies to be obedient.
Well,
obviously they were wrong.
This was exactly the wrong thing to do. I am thinking that without a queen, Rachni do not develop properly. Her mind is shaping theirs. These Rachni are uncontrollable.
This is fascinating, but we don't have time to chat.
These Rachni are beyond saving. It is a sad thing. They must be euthanized. I am thinking that the neutron purge must be set off.
I'm not familiar with the purge system.
It creates bursts of neutron radiation, kills everything within the station. Things beyond get genetic damage of varying degree.
How do we set off the purge?
Arming controls are nearby. All you do is insert the key. Then I will give Clara restore.
oh. Enemy contact. Well, thanks for that, Liara. So yeah, without boring you too much, I've smashed up my thumb. It might get a bit better as the day goes on, hopefully. I've done it once before. It took 6 months before I could hold any weight in my hand. So, but being a bloke, I can't be arsed to go to the doctors. Anyway, enough of my woes. I'm just getting more excuses for being shit in straight away. It's a dead end. What the fuck? So that's all we had to come down for, to the Hot Labs. Was to speak to that clown and get them codes and kill one Rachni. Hang on, now we've got an exit here still. Yeah, better not just the mirror terminal.
Connecting. I have full access to the facility and am at your disposal.
Activate the neutron purge.
I'm sorry, but I can't do that without proper code authorization.
Code input 875-020-079. Code Omega. Local execution.
Verified. Code Omega execution in 120 seconds.
Oh, we better get the fuck out of Dodge then. What the? I think I should have neutron purge myself. It would help if I could find the door. Just run, man. That ain't happening. I ain't running. It wasn't the neutron purge that killed me. Oh yeah, it's good. I've got no health. Come on, we really ain't got time to dick about. Well, I mean, should we be going? Oh, which way we got to go now? Let's have a look at the map in case it tells us. It doesn't really. Let's go talk to the folk. Just in case there's a prize. Okay, you can't go through that door. The geezers that were here again, probably because we've purged everything, they don't need to defend the door. That does nothing. Here we go, here's Ventralis.
I'm sorry about this, Shepard. We've got orders from Benezia. Open fire!
What the fuck? Traitors dogs! Oh my god, is this gun gonna fire ever again? Garrus is down again. I mean, Garrus is staying down and all. Well, that worked well. You gonna get up, Garrus, or what? Oh man, I just threw a grenade, didn't even mean to. Press and reload. From a game I was playing yesterday. Well, it's got a bit moody a bit quick, didn't it? Well, we ought to have a little bit of a see what if we could leveled up and if we picked any new weapons up really. But okay, so we got that door there. We got this door here. Let's use the map as they give us one. Sorry, let me just work out which one's me? This one, obviously. I don't know, let's just have a look. Oh, I didn't even see that one light up then. Got away with it though. You wouldn't have got away with that on super difficult level, that's for sure. These poisonous sons of bitches. Okay, so that leads to some sort of underground thing. So let's just see where this door leads. To Benezia. Oh my god, how many times am I going to miss? Have we been in here before? I think we might have done. This might have took us around in a loop actually. I think it has. I think this is where all the scientists and shit. Oh, it is definitely. Okay, so we've come round in a loop there. That's cool. So we've cleaned it out and we haven't missed out on any loot. That's what we want. So let's go and confront Benezia. Well, before we do, 8 points, holy moly. Alright, well we'll have one in pistols because that's what we use all the time. We'll have one in that. Increases health, we'll have a couple in that. Decryption. We'll have one in that. Spectre training, increases health, accuracy and effectiveness of all attacks. We'll have one in that. Infiltrator. Reduces overheating on sniper rifles and pistols. Fuck me. Well, nothing like reading the instructions, Kev. We don't need electronics, but we definitely want throw and we definitely want lift. We definitely want assault rifles. We definitely want him to stop dying all the time. Turing agent's full. First aid, that's squad healing. Armour then, isn't it, really? Okay, bear with me. I know it's a pain in the arse, but it's an RPG. What am I going to do? Couldn't care less about that weapon. We've got a better pistol here. Yeah, I'm happy with that one. Sniper rifle. Yeah, I'm going to swap that. Oh, actually, I will swap the shotty if there's a better one. No, there isn't one, but I tell you what, I might upgrade my shotgun. I'll give it some cryo rounds. And I'll give it a... Don't care about that on a shotty, really. Let's give it a rail extension. Okay, now I doubt we picked up an Omni tool. We did, but it's as good as what we've got. We can wear medium armor now, can't we? We can. What's the downside? There isn't any. It's just more damage, but less shields with that one. That's more damage and less shields. Well, that's more damage protection and less shields. Well, I'm not trading one for the other, so we'll stay as we are. Right, still haven't worked out what weapon you use. I think you've been using, from what I remember, you've been running around with that in your hand. Good for you, girl. You're my new favourite anyway. Damage versus organics. Well, we'll put them in for this fight, but ideally she's going to want something against the Geth. And to be honest with you, it doesn't really matter about these. I'll give her that rail extension. Forget the other weapons. Has she got a better? Oh, she doesn't use an Omni tool. Has she got a better biotic amp? No. Can we give her better armor than 12? Can we Ferk? I'd like to. Right. Thank God for that. Yeah. Have some better armor, dude. Ooh. You could have a Thunder. We'll give him some cryo rounds. Seems to be two favourite characters to run with at the minute. That'll do. And I'm going to save the game. Don't save it there in case all the footage you've recorded hasn't worked. Just in case if we have got to load it again, I haven't got to do all that shit. Right, we're off. Sorry about that.
You do not know the privilege of being a mother. There is power in creation.
I never asked.
To shape a life, turn it toward happiness or despair. Her children were to be ours, raised to hunt and slay Saren's enemies. I won't be moved by sympathy, no matter who you bring into this confrontation.
Liara's here because she wants to be, not because I asked her to.
Indeed. What have you told him about me, Liara?
What could I say, Mother? That you're insane? Evil? Should I explain how to kill you? What could I say?
Have you faced an Asari commando unit before? Few humans have.
I can't believe you'd kill your own daughter.
I now realize I should have been stricter.
Shit, man, Asari commandos. Oh man, these are gonna be fucking nails hard. Help. Oh, Liara, you absolute darling. Do that again. Oh man, and she took the other one out. Oh, now we've got Geth. course we have. Where they at? Because we're jammed, you know. Up here. Oh, there's another sorry commando. I don't even know where she's gone. Man, this shotgun is fucking mint. Just a shame. I fucking don't know which way to turn around. I don't use any shepherd skills, do I? I should have picked soldier. If you could concentrate on the guest, please. Benezia's power level's going right down now, though. Just wait for your shields to come back. Come on, Kev. Think. They're not coming back. They must have done something to them. Still got one more up, folk. Hopefully it's not a destroyer. Man, I don't even see him. Well done, team. That was what I thought it was. It was two.
This is not over. Saren is unstoppable. My mind is filled with his light. Everything is clear.
Start talking, Benezia. What's Saren's next move?
I will not betray him. You will. You must listen. Saren still whispers in my mind. I can fight his compulsions briefly, but the indoctrination is strong.
Are you saying he brainwashed you?
People are not themselves around Saren. You come to idolize him, worship him. You would do anything for him. The key is Sovereign, his flagship. It is a dreadnought of incredible size, and its power is extraordinary.
Sovereign's not like other ships. Where did it come from?
I cannot say. The Geth did not build it. Its technology is far more advanced than that of any known species. The longer you stay aboard, the more Saren's will seems correct. You sit at his feet and smile as his words pour into you. It is subtle at first. I thought I was strong enough to resist. Instead, I became a willing tool, eager to serve. He sent me here to find the location of the Mu relay. Its position was lost thousands of years ago.
How does something that big go missing?
4,000 years ago, a star nearby went supernova. The shockwave propelled the relay out of its system, but did not damage it. Its precise vector and speed are impossible to determine. As millennia passed, the nebula created by the nova enveloped the relay. It is difficult to find any cold object in interstellar space, particularly something swathed in hot dust and radiation.
Someone on Noveria found it?
2,000 years ago, the Rachni inhabited that region of our galaxy. They discovered the relay. The Rachni can share memories across generations. Queens inherit the knowledge of their mothers. I took the location of the relay from the Queen's mind. I was not gentle.
You can still make it right. Give me the information.
I was not myself, but I should have been stronger. I transcribed the data to an OSD. Take it, please.
Knowing the relay's coordinates is not enough. Do you know where he planned to go from there?
Saren wouldn't tell me his destination. But you must find out quickly. I transmitted the coordinates to him before you arrived. You have to stop me. I can't. His teeth are at my ear. Fingers on my spine. You should... Oh,
I know she's gone all every morning.
Mother! Don't leave! Fight him!
You've always made me proud, Liara. Die!
Oh, that escalated quickly.
I cannot go on. You will have to stop him, Shepard.
Hold on. We've got Benezia. Maybe we can...
No. He is still in my mind. I am not entirely myself. I never will be again.
Mother!
Good night, little wing. I will see you again with the dawn.
Is she melting? Oh.
No, right. They always said there would be a...
Wow. What are we going to do about you? She making zombies now, or what? Sorry, zombie commandos. Oh, that'd be nice.
This one serves as our voice. We cannot sing. Not in these low spaces. Your musics are colorless.
Who am I speaking to here?
We are the mother. We sing for those left behind. The children you thought silenced. We are Rachni.
I didn't come here to talk to bugs.
You are not in harmony with those who hoped to control us. What will you sing? Will you release us? Are we to fade away once more?
The Rachni were a threat to the galaxy. Those tanks are filled with acid. If she gets out of hand, they dissolve her.
They made a mistake. They let the Krogan go too far. This is a chance for us to atone. She has done nothing to us.
Your companions hear the truth. You have the power to free us, or return our people to the silence of memory.
I won't destroy your entire race. You'll go free.
You will give us the chance to compose anew? We will remember. We will sing of your forgiveness to our children.
Yeah, well, don't fucking wipe out the galaxy then. Make me regret it, will you? Perhaps should have got a couple of assurances first. But Oh well, I've done it now. But if you go fucking Starship Troopers on me. Yeah, we're back at the ting. So that means we just got to leave, does it? I think so. Good work, team.
What's our next move, Commander? Head for the Mu relay?
The Mu relay could link to dozens of systems. Unless we know exactly where Saren's going, we'd just be wasting our time.
The commander is right. We cannot rush off blind. We still need to learn more about Saren.
Who put you in charge? Did the commander resign when I wasn't looking?
Alright.
We're all on the same team here, Williams. She's just trying to help.
Sorry, Commander.
This is a tough mission. We're all on edge. Everyone go get some rest. Crew, dismissed.
Novaria report is away, Commander. You want me to patch it through to the Council?
Patch him
They're
through,
going to be
Joker.
pissed about this
Setting up the link now,
Rachni.
Commander.
Is this report accurate, Commander? You found Rachni on Novaria?
And then release the Queen. Do you have any idea what you've done? How many generations until they overrun the galaxy?
This queen is different. She understands why her kind had to be wiped out last time around.
I hope you're right, Shepard. Our children's children will pay the price if you're not.
We'll be waiting for your next report, Commander.
I'll actually go away with that bollocking quite lightly, really. Right, well, I'm sorry about this, but we now have a boring job to do. Well, I don't find it that boring. You might. I don't. We've got to talk to the crew. So first off, downstairs we've got Caden. He's going to blood clot cry now and then about something. There's a lot of people with sweaty foreheads in this game.
Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
Well, they know about the stonewalling you've had from the Council.
They deserve to know what we're up against.
They're on your side. They're pissed about the resistance we're getting, especially from our side. I'll have a better handle on all of it when my head stops hurting. Another L2 flare-up.
Anything I can do?
No, Commander, it'll settle down. It's rough sometimes, but they spike higher than a lot of L3s. Except for you, of course. Besides, I fared a lot better than some after Kinetics was through.
I haven't heard anything about Kinetics in a while.
Yeah, they quietly disappeared. Broke up into a bunch of little corps after they'd botched the training on Jump Zero. After first contact, Kinetics was set up to track Element Zero exposures and develop implants for humans. Once we had an embassy on the Citadel, Kinetics could bring in experts instead of taking it slow.
Is there some reason we couldn't learn it on our own?
They didn't know where to start. Hell, it took a couple of years to even link biotics and Ezo. Forget trying to get the kids to move stuff. They had trouble just helping them not break their own limbs. And their choice of teachers didn't help much.
Get your knuckles rapped a few times, Lieutenant?
Yeah, you could say that. Our instructor was a Turian by the name of Commander Vernus. A real hard-ass. He basically had a free pass to break us if it would turn out a decent biotic. Kind of spiraled from there, Commander.
Did he ever face charges for that?
He got his, yeah. But like everything else at Jump Zero, it was under the table. The less said, the better. Anyway, this is ancient stuff. I walked it off a long time ago. I should get back to my duties, Commander.
Okay, mate.
I'm here to make history, not rehash it.
Cool.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
Because all you do is whinge. Oh, that's my office type thing in it. Got some codex and some XP just for looking at that. Okay. Liara. We're going to have to start making a decision at a minute if we're going to romance one of these two.
If you are here to talk about Benezia's death, you need not bother. She brought it upon herself.
Don't pretend it doesn't bother you. She was your mother.
She was. But she was not. I prefer to remember Benezia as she used to be, before she was corrupted by Sovereign's power.
The best of your mother lives on in you. Her determination, her intelligence, her strength.
That is kind of you to say. I appreciate your concern, but I am fine. Benezia chose her path, just as I have chosen mine. I am with you until the end, Shepard.
Maybe we could pick up where we left off. You were telling me about your interest in the Protheans.
Actually, I think I was talking about my interest in you, and making a fool of myself in the process. As I said, I am not used to dealing with people, especially humans. I did not really know much about your species when we first met, Shepard. I found it hard to take humanity seriously. Your kind always seemed so rushed and high-strung.
We don't have the luxury of time. An Asari can live for 1,000 years. We're lucky if we hit 150.
That is true. At first I thought that was a weakness of your species.
150?
After spending time with you and your crew, however, I think it may actually be an advantage. You humans are creatures of action. You pursue your goals with an almost indomitable determination. It is an admirable trait, but also an intimidating one.
You're scared of us?
Unfortunately, the rest of the galaxy sees humanity as something of a bully. You run over anyone in your path to get what you want. It is up to people like you to change their minds, Shepard.
I'm doing the best I can, Liara.
There is a reason the Council chose you to become a Spectre. They saw something special in you. The best of what humanity has to offer. I looked into your history. I know what you did during the Blitz. It was a remarkable display of courage and heroism.
Why are you so interested in me?
I wanted to know more about you. To understand what made you into the man you are. There is something compelling about you, Shepard.
Are you sure you're interested in me? Or is it my visions of the Protheans?
I admit, your connection to the Protheans had something to do with my initial interest, but it has grown beyond that. You intrigue me, Shepard, but I was not sure if it was appropriate to act on my feelings. I thought there might already be a relationship between you and Chief Williams.
Ooh.
Williams and I are just friends, nothing more.
My mistake, then. I am not as adept at understanding human relationships as I thought. But what about us, Shepard? Is there a mutual attraction, or was I wrong about that too?
Ooh.
No, you were right. There is something between us.
Is that?
I knew it, and I knew you felt it too. But does this not seem rather strange? Why do I feel so close to you? We have only known each other a short time. We are from two different species. We have almost nothing in common. This makes no sense.
These things never make sense. They just happen, and we get swept up in the storm.
You make it sound so chaotic, so dangerous.
A little danger makes things exciting.
This is all a bit overwhelming. I am not used to this. I need some time.
Take all the time you need, Liara. I'll be here.
Well, we've done it. We've committed now.
Let's just talk about something else for now.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes. My people believe we are all part of a single galactic community. Each species contributes something to the greater whole. Although we seek to understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
Like what?
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species is monogendered. Male and female have no real meaning for us. We still require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
I don't understand.
Me either.
Species can mate with anyone?
Mating is not quite the proper term, not as you understand it. Physical contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their minds. We explore the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits on to our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.
What happens to your partner after the union?
I eaten.
Every relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter with both parents parting ways afterwards. Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
I thought you always needed another species to serve as one of the parents.
Think about it, Shepard. If we were not able to mate with our own species, we would have died out long before we ever mastered spaceflight and left our homeworld. Union with our own kind is no longer common, not for the purposes of reproduction. Most Asari believe it weakens our species. Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold. I am what is sometimes called a pureblood. Though no Asari would ever be cruel enough to say the word to my face, it is a great insult among my people. It is possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too ashamed to publicly acknowledge me as her offspring.
Maybe she wanted to meet you, but couldn't. Something could have happened to her. Maybe she passed away.
You might be right. I hope you are. But I have no way to know for sure. Benezia never spoke of her partner. Whatever happened, it caused her too much pain to dwell on it. She raised me by herself, though that is not uncommon. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
You Asari live for 1,000 years. What happens when your partner dies?
Few sapient species live as long as my kind. We have learned to take a philosophical approach to our unions. We do not focus on the inevitable loss of our partners. Instead, we enjoy the time we spend with them. And even after they're gone, a part of them lives on in us. The union is a connection that transcends both time and space.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Goodbye. That was a fairly interesting conversation, I thought. And it looks like we're going to go full Captain Kirk and fall in love with an alien.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted right out of med school. Earth always seemed boring to me. Too safe, too secure. I figured the colonies were teeming with exotic adventure. I wanted to travel the stars, tending the wounds of tough soldiers with piercing eyes and sensitive souls. Turns out military life isn't quite as romantic as I'd imagined. But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding through the Traverse, and the Alliance always needs good doctors. So I stayed on to do my part.
Ever think you made the wrong choice?
Sometimes I think about opening a private practice back on Earth, or maybe taking a position at one of the new med centers out in the colonies. But there's something special about working on soldiers. If I left the Alliance now, I'd feel like I was abandoning them.
Yeah.
I should go.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Commander.
Bit boring. Okay, we've got to go downstairs for the rest, haven't we, I think?
So, we've got Saren on the run.
It won't be long now. Saren's good, but I'm better.
Good? He's rotten. To the core. I could tell as soon as I met him.
Why didn't you tell me this sooner?
I would've if I thought it was important.
I think I'd like to hear about it just the same.
This was a while ago. A bunch of mercs were bragging about a job out near the edges of the Terminus systems. They said it paid well and the boss was never around to ride them. They said he was looking for more men, too. So I checked it out.
I didn't know Saren was openly recruiting mercs.
It wasn't that open, and he only showed his face once. We'd been raiding ships in the area for months when we took out this massive cargo freighter. Our biggest haul yet. I was on board checking bodies for valuables, looking for some extra credits. That's when I saw him.
What did Saren want with the ship?
I don't know what he wanted. He was just moving through the ship, watching. A couple of the mercs called him by name, but he never spoke to them. Never spoke to anyone. I had a really bad feeling about him, so I got the hell out. Didn't even wait to get paid.
What kind of cargo was the freighter carrying? What was Saren after?
I don't know. All I saw on that ship was food and medical supplies. There were some basic weapons, but nothing big. If there was anything of value on that ship, I didn't see it. That's why I didn't mention it sooner.
Fair enough.
That's the only time you saw him?
Yeah. Didn't even know who he was. Still wouldn't if I hadn't joined up with you. But my instincts were right. Every other merc on that mission turned up dead within a week. Every damn one.
So long, Rex.
Yeah, ta-ra, Rex. Oh, now we have to talk with fucking... I mean, she's fit, and she's got the voice from... Cause it's the same actress that plays Oracle in the Batman games. So, automatically, I think she's ace. But she's a space racist.
Oh, before I go, you said you're serving with Commander Shepard now? We saw him on the news here. He's cute. Later, sis.
Tell me you didn't hear that.
Afraid I did.
Oh, shoot me now. One of my sisters. That's Sarah, the youngest. Surprised to see you here, sir. Thought you'd be chatting up, what's her name? Tassoni?
Oh.
Liara, why would you think that?
Scuttlebutt says you got a bit of a thing for her. I could understand why. The crew's off limits with the regs against fraternization. And at least she looks like a woman.
Fucking hell.
You think I'm interested in Liara because she's the only one I'm allowed to date?
So you are interested in her. Of course, it could be politics. Alien diplomat's daughter, us under orders to make nice with the bug-eyed monsters. What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on Family Mail.
Your family seems to be important to you.
Yeah, we've always been close. Me and my sisters especially. With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
After helping raise them, your sisters still talk to you? Amazing.
Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
Sounds like a story. Feel like sharing?
Sarah got herself a boyfriend who wanted to go faster than she did, Mike. I didn't think he was a bad kid, just...
I'm really not interested in this. Who
Lynn
gives a shit?
would send me these worried vid mails, and I'd tell her to relax.
Oh yeah, vid mails.
Where were you when this was going on?
I was on active duty. Sarah's graduating high school this year. This was only a couple of years back. They were on Amaterasu. At the time, I was assigned to Chernobog. Same cluster, but a dozen Hellwire away. Close enough to talk regularly, too far to make it back in an emergency. I couldn't afford a fast packet flight.
Sounds like that situation didn't last.
Mike thought they'd go for a romantic walk in the woods, because he figured it was past time they did the deed. She levered Mike face first into a tree and left. Didn't have a scratch on her. Good thing Mom and Dad had us all learn some kind of self-defense.
Oh, yeah.
I took emergency leave and walked Sarah to school for a few days.
Did anything happen while you were home?
My last day out, Mike was waiting for us. Sarah had told her friends, so everyone at school knew what he did. He wasn't happy. I wanted to snap him in half, but Sarah gave me this look, this let me handle it, I need to do this alone look. She kept her cool, God bless her, as he screamed in her face. She just let him vent. Then he tried to punch her. I swear, she just flowed around him. Next thing I knew, he's face down on the sidewalk, and there's blood everywhere.
That's unbelievable. Sarah must be as good as you.
Better. I'm more or less a straight-up puncher. When he swung, she wasn't there anymore, and he fell. She helped him stop the bleeding and had me call an ambulance. She told the paramedics he fell. Before they took him to the hospital, Mike touched Sarah's arm. I thought he was gonna end up on the ground again. But he hung his head, whispered, "I'm sorry," and started crying. And she hugged him. The Williams women are a decisive bunch, Commander. We do things when we're ready. Not before, not after.
Your sister's something else. But you didn't mention your father at all. Was he on deployment?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family there. I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. All times I've enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone. For always roaming with a hungry heart, much have I seen and known, cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments.
Oh man, I so want to put bored now, but it's a bit mean, isn't it?
I never thought I'd hear you reciting poetry.
Just because I can drill you between the eyes at 100 meters doesn't mean I can't like sensitive stuff.
Right!
Ulysses was my dad's favorite.
Fucking hell.
Every time he shipped out, he recorded me reading it. He had a dozen versions when he retired.
Does he still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave every time I go home. Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching, though. So behave.
I thought you said he was dead.
You know, from heaven.
Oh, yeah.
Wherever that is. That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
Your beliefs are your business.
Yeah, it's up to you.
Commanding officer, not your moral compass.
Just my commanding officer, huh? We'll have to see about that.
I'll look forward to our next talk.
You should. I should get back to my duties. Didn't mean to take up so much of your time.
We'll talk later, Williams.
Looking forward to it, Skipper.
So she's up for a bit. She's jealous of the blue chick. She's fucking boring. She's a space racist. She is the hottest one of the two, though. But how can you believe in God if we're flying through space and we've met aliens, you barn pot? It just... They can't be both. Anyway. Barn pot. Right. Let's get some points to that. Let's talk to me, bro.
Commander, how are you?
I'm all good, mate.
Why did you want to be a CSEC officer
Yeah, bro.
in the first place?
That's a good question. There were several reasons, I guess.
Well, spit about it then.
Like what?
So we can end the episode.
Probably the same as most officers. I wanted to fight injustice, wanted to help people. I guess my father had something to do with it too. He was CSEC, one of the best. I grew up hearing about his accomplishments or seeing his picture on the vids after a big arrest. He's taking my resignation pretty hard.
That's tough. But you'd think he'd be impressed you're going after Sarah.
My father's a CSEC man to the bone. Do things right or don't do them at all, he says. thinks I'm being too rash, too impatient. He's worried I'll become just like Saren. He actually talked me out of becoming a Spectre when I was younger, for the same reasons.
You were asked to be a Spectre?
Well, I was targeted as a possible Spectre candidate. Me and about 1,000 other Turian military recruits. I could have received special training, but my father didn't like it.
He despises the Spectres. He hates the idea of someone having unlimited power with no accountability. He wouldn't like you, Commander. No offense.
Don't take
I
him.
suppose I can understand his concern.
You can. But Saren's not going to play by our rules, CSEC's rules. If you want to nail Saren, you need to send someone who isn't restricted by policies and procedures.
Just because you can break the rules doesn't mean you should. I don't need to stoop to Saren's level to stop him. And neither do you, Garrus.
I see what you mean, but I'll think about it. Thanks, Commander.
No problem, bro. Oh, we've got to talk to Tally as well. And then after that, we'll end the episode, and in my own time, I'll come up here and sell all my shit to him that we don't need. Like all the level 1, 2, and 3 weapons, because we're picking up level 5 shit now, so.
Oh, hello, Shepard.
Are you okay?
I don't know. Your ship is amazing, and your crew's been really great to me, especially your chief engineer. But I just sort of feel out of place. The Normandy runs so smooth, it feels like we're not even moving. And the engines are so quiet. How do you sleep at night?
The silence wakes you up?
Back on the flotilla, the last thing you want to hear is silence. It means an engine's died or an air filter shut down. I guess you don't have to worry about that here. But old habits die hard. But it's more than just a silence. This ship feels so empty. It's like half the crew is missing. Back home, I couldn't wait to go on my pilgrimage. I couldn't wait to get away from the crowds. Now that I'm out here, I kind of miss them.
Of course you do.
Sometimes we don't appreciate what we have until it's gone.
That's true. I'm starting to wonder if that's what the pilgrimage is really about. It's given me a whole new perspective on my people and our culture. You know, there's always a few who go on their pilgrimages and never return. I always assumed something bad happened to them, but maybe they just wanted a different life.
You do plan to return to the migrant fleet, right?
I could never abandon my people, Shepard. I will go back eventually, but we have to stop Saren first. Otherwise, I might not have a home to go back to.
Tell me about your people.
Have we done this already?
Our lives aren't easy. Resources are scarce, and we are constantly on the move. Everything we do must in some way contribute to the continuation of the migrant fleet. There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla, and each of us relies on the others for survival. The bonds among my people are strong. Unfortunately, we have had to surrender many of the freedoms and civil liberties other species take for granted.
I want to talk about something.
I want to go.
Like what?
I should go.
I should go. See ya.
See you later.
Yeah, see you later. My little space gypsy friend. Right then, we've spoke to the crew. We have to do that after every main mission to advance our relationships with them. Sorry if you find it a bit boring, but that's the game. I don't, except for when I'm talking to Caden, because he is a boring whinge bag. But anyway, that's just my opinion. So, thanks for watching. Leave a like if you like. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. This is where you'll find me on Twitch. This is where you'll find me on Twitter. And until next time, ta-ra a bit.